GoPro has officially unveiled an entirely new camera family known as the Mission lineup. Before diving into the technical specifications, there is one crucial detail every creator must understand. This launch does not replace the flagship Hero series. You will not find a Hero 14 in this announcement. Instead, the Mission series represents a parallel track designed specifically for professional filmmakers, content creators, and serious videographers who need advanced production capabilities. The new lineup consists of 3 distinct models. These are the standard Mission 1, the higher-end Mission 1 Pro, and the versatile Mission 1 Pro ILS. At first glance, the division seems simple, but each model serves a very specific purpose. The standard Mission 1 acts as the entry point to the series. It shares the fundamental core hardware with its siblings, but it caps certain advanced frame rates and specialized Pro settings. Moving up the ladder brings us to the Mission 1 Pro. This flagship variant unlocks uncompressed performance across all video modes. Then we have the Mission 1 Pro ILS, which is arguably the most groundbreaking release in the entire lineup. With this specific model, GoPro is stepping directly into the territory of interchangeable lens cameras. The backbone of all 3 models is a completely redesigned imaging sensor. Every camera in the Mission lineup features a massive 1-inch 50-megapixel sensor. The base pixel size measures 1.6 microns, which already offers strong detail retrieval. However, this is a quad Bayer structure. In low-light environments, the sensor fuses 4 neighboring pixels into one single large pixel. This process expands the effective pixel size to an impressive 3.2 microns. Larger individual pixels capture significantly more light. This results in cleaner shadow areas, far less digital noise, and dramatically better low-light video overall. When shooting in native 8K resolution, these 1.6 micron pixels provide 77% more physical surface area than the typical 1.2 micron pixels found in competing cameras. When dropping down to 4K, the combined 3.2 micron pixels outperform rival action cameras by a wide margin in light collection. Processing all this raw imaging data is the brand new GP3 image engine. Built on an efficient 5-nanometer process, this processor includes a dedicated neural processing unit. This neural hardware handles real-time computational tasks like noise reduction, dynamic range expansion, and intelligent HDR processing. As a result, the camera delivers up to 14 stops of dynamic range. It achieves this by using a dual-gain readout system that merges highlight and shadow exposures simultaneously on every frame. Video capture capabilities on the Mission 1 Pro are extensive. You can shoot 16:9 footage in 8K at up to 60 frames per second. For high-speed motion, it offers 4K at 240 frames per second. If you need extreme slow motion, the camera pushes up to 960 frames per second at 1080p resolution. This maximum frame rate is intended for short high-impact bursts lasting about 10 seconds. For longer slow-motion recordings, the Pro model provides continuous 1080p shooting at 480 frames per second in standard widescreen. You can also utilize 480 frames per second at 1440p resolution using the full 4x3 sensor area. This option gives creators maximum image area while preserving ultra-smooth playback. When it comes to full sensor open gate recording, the Pro cameras support 8K resolution at 30 frames per second and 4K at 120 frames per second. Utilizing the full 4x3 sensor surface gives editors immense flexibility during post-production. You can easily crop and frame the same clip for both horizontal desktop screens and vertical social media feeds without losing sharpness. The base Mission 1 maintains strong performance while offering slightly modest capabilities. It records 8K at 30 frames per second, 4K at 120 frames per second, and 1080p at 240 frames per second in standard widescreen. It also allows 4K open gate recording at 120 frames per second. However, it omits the higher frame rate slow motion modes and 8K open gate options found on the flagship versions. Beyond frame rates and pixel counts, maximum bit rate plays a critical role in picture quality. All cameras in this lineup record at bit rates up to 240 megabits per second. High bit rates preserve fine textures and eliminate ugly compression artifacts, which is vital when recording high-speed action or mounting the camera on moving vehicles. Color fidelity gets a major upgrade as well. The cameras feature full 10-bit color depth, GP-Log2 encoding for advanced color grading, and standard HLG HDR support. Integrated timecode synchronization allows seamless multi-camera integration, making these devices fit right into professional film sets. The most talked about addition to this launch is the Mission 1 Pro ILS. This model marks GoPro's first official leap into interchangeable lens territory. By building the camera around a standard micro 4/3 mount, GoPro allows filmmakers to attach real cinema glass, telephoto lenses, and macro setups directly onto the body. However, using interchangeable lenses on an action-oriented body introduces a few practical trade-offs. Because the camera still relies on a 1-inch sensor rather than a full micro 4/3 sensor, there is a crop factor of roughly 2.7 times compared to full frame. This means any lens you mount will yield a tighter field of view than it would on a native camera. Additionally, while the ILS body is weather-resistant, it is not fully waterproof like its fixed-lens siblings. It also operates without autofocus support, meaning it is designed primarily for deliberate manual focus production work rather than quick run-and-gun shooting. For creators who prefer a compact and rugged setup, the standard Mission 1 and Mission 1 Pro keep the traditional fixed ultra-wide lens. This built-in lens delivers an expansive 159-degree field of view. To help manage unwanted glare and lens flare, these models include a removable lens hood. GoPro also enlarged the rear display by 14% using an OLED panel for clearer visibility in direct sunlight. Physical control is simpler as well, thanks to larger tactile buttons designed to be operated even while wearing heavy gloves. Audio capture sees an equally massive upgrade across the line. The hardware now integrates a 4-microphone array capable of recording 32-bit float audio. This technology virtually eliminates audio clipping in high-decibel environments. Whether you are filming near loud engines or screaming crowds, the dynamic range allows you to clean up and normalize peak levels in post-production without distorting the track. Complementing the internal microphones is a standalone wireless mic system. The included transmitters are ultra-lightweight at just 10 grams each. They deliver up to 6.5 hours of continuous battery life and feature an operational range of up to 150 meters. The system includes a safety track feature that records a secondary audio line at a lower gain level to prevent sudden spikes. Best of all, this mic setup uses open connectivity standards, allowing you to pair the transmitters with standard mirrorless cameras or smartphones. To support different production environments, GoPro updated its modular accessory ecosystem. The flagship models are offered with specialized bundles to match specific workflows. The Grip Edition includes a dual-purpose metal cage and hand grip equipped with cold shoe mounts, standard tripod threads, magnetic latches, and vertical orientation support. The Creator Edition expands on this setup by adding a redesigned media mod, the Volta 2 battery grip for all-day power, and the entire wireless microphone system. For maximum stabilization, the Ultimate Creator Edition bundles the Fluid Pro AI gimbal. This motorized stabilizer uses artificial intelligence to track subjects while smoothing out camera motion in low-light environments. The media mod itself features significant updates. It now offers selectable microphone directional patterns, 3 dedicated 3.5mm audio ports, and a clean micro HDMI output capable of sending 4K video at 60 frames per second to external monitors or recorders. Powering these devices is the new Enduro 2 battery, which packs a 2,150 mAh capacity. This extra energy translates to over 3 hours of continuous recording at 4K 30 frames per second, or over 5 hours at 1080p resolution. While older batteries remain compatible, using them slightly lowers overall runtime and peak performance. Rounding out the lineup is a collection of utility tools designed for high-end production. A new set of snap-on neutral density filters automatically communicates with the camera processor. Once attached, the camera detects the specific ND value and adjusts its shutter speed automatically to lock in cinematic motion blur. For deep underwater work, a new dive housing extends waterproofing down to 60 meters, or roughly 196 feet. Rig builders can also utilize a brighter light Mod 2 with double the previous runtime, a dedicated vertical mount for native vertical video shooting, and a dual battery charger that displays power levels without needing to be plugged into a wall outlet. Thermal performance across all 3 models has been improved to prevent overheating during long recording takes. Built-in storage is omitted, meaning users must rely on fast microSD cards. The cameras also support GoPro Labs firmware functions right out of the box, letting users scan QR codes to adjust complex settings instantly. Pre-orders begin May 21st, with retail shipping starting May 28th. While official pricing details will be confirmed at the upcoming NAB show, the success of this lineup will depend heavily on where GoPro sets the baseline price. If priced competitively, the Mission lineup could redefine GoPro from a simple action camera brand into a serious ecosystem for professional content creation.